Evening, Rochelle, from, as you said, out Buenos Aires. We're outside the CCK, the Kitchener Cultural Centre, which over the last 3 days has not been so much about culture, but much more about investment. There have been business leaders from over 60 countries here for these last 3 days here, looking for business and investment opportunities here in Argentina. It's been called this mini Davos, and really an unprecedented event for Argentina and indeed for Latin America and the region. So it's the thinking and the idea behind hosting this event, which was one of the first questions I was able to put to the President of Argentina, Mauricio Macri.
What I feel that we achieve in these 2 days is to have a chance to show hundreds of people coming from 67 countries this new political stage that we are going through in Argentina. All this optimism, all this energy that we have, how committed we are to develop our country, showing that we had learned from our past experiences, and now we know how to do it. We have to do it working together, all the Argentines, working together with the region, and trying to find mutual benefit relationships with all the countries in the world.
And in terms of concrete announcements, what have you seen, or what interest have you received from business leaders?
It has been very vast in every sector. No? Maybe the biggest attractions are around energy, oil and gas, renewables, shale gas, Thai gas. Argentina has huge reserves in all of that. No? We have second reserve in eolic, third in solar energy. Vaca Muerta is a huge shale gas reserve. In addition to that, we can say that there are many companies around the world coming to invest in infrastructure. We have launched a very, very important program in which we need huge companies to finance and build roads, ports, airports, energy facilities. Agribusiness, one of our main skills. No? We are producing nowadays food for 400 million people, and we forecast to produce double in 5 years. And that means that we can be a very important player in terms of guaranteeing food security for other countries in the world.
Clearly there are many opportunities, a great deal of potential. In terms of this, how do you evaluate, however, the economy right now after 9 months of government? You told investors in your opening speech that you inherited a country that you described almost on the verge of crisis.
Yes. We avoid the crisis because not my government, the Argentines decided to change. And there's a long way to go still, but we are in the right direction and we are doing the right steps every day. We clean up our economy, unifying the exchange rate, cutting all the restrictions to inflows and outflows of money. We had cut taxes and relieve all trade barriers that we had. So I think that with all these first level of decisions, and in addition, settling an agreement with the holdouts, there was a financial conflict between Argentina and a small group of banks. I think that create a different environment and a different opportunity for everybody. That's why we have more than 2,000 attendants to this business and investment forum.
There's certainly a lot of optimism. What we've heard many of the business leaders saying is that they want to see here in Argentina less bureaucracy. They're concerned about rule of law. There's been talk of corruption. What is your government doing to strengthen the institutions?
Well, that's the key, no? Strengthen the institutions. We understand that is the most important thing that we have to do. That's why we gave back the independency to the central bank to cut inflation. The National Bureau of Statistics started to say the real thing about what's going on with poverty, economy, employment, etc. And we are going to continue doing the right thing, is that stabling rules in long-term basis. No? We have to be protectable. That's the key. And we know that, but as I told you before, this is a different moment of Argentina because the change came back down to up. No?
Where do you see China in the future for Argentina?
China has been and is working in the direction to be a strategic partner of Argentina. And we feel that it's difficult to find two more complementary countries like Argentina and China. Argentina has energy, has the capability of producing more and more food every day, and China is maybe one of the best infrastructure builders in the last 20 years. And we need that. So there are skills that can be combined. And as I told President Xi Jinping, I expect to create more and more trust and confidence among our countries, and that we can establish a mutual beneficial relationship.
There are also concerns here from Argentine industry about the trade deficit. How do you envisage improving that trade deficit to Argentina's benefit?
I talked about that with President Xi Jinping. I told him that we need to balance the trade. That means that China needs to purchase more things from Argentina. And he was, again, very open to that. He understood the point I raised, and he committed and compromised that he was going to work on that. So I expect that we are going to have a more balanced trade relation in the future.